Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Friday and happy New Year's Eve. Wow. We are at the ledge, cusp, whatever you want to say, of 2022, which is crazy, but yeah, it's New Year's Eve. This year flew by, right? Like, is it blowing anybody else's mind? I feel like in most of my videos this week, I've been like, oh my gosh, it's almost next year. How? How is it almost next year already? But it is. I am ready for a fresh start. I am ready to make some new goals and have a great year. I really hope that this next year is filled with positivity and fun adventures and just some fun. This past year was a little bit rough for me. It was for a lot of people. And I always look at New Year's as a chance to have a fresh start. Obviously, every day, whether it's a Monday or the start of a new month or, I don't know, a Thursday, every day is an opportunity to have a do-over and to make positive changes. I'm not trying to sound like a motivational speaker here or anything, but yeah, I always view this time of year as an opportunity to reflect, and I'm a big goal setter, and for me, traditionally, the start of the new year has been when I have wanted to create some new goals for myself, make changes that I've been probably putting off for way too long, and yeah, so I'm excited for the coming year. I hope that you all have an amazing New Year's and that you, I don't know, achieve whatever you want to this next year, or that things, if you've been having a rough time, that they start to look up for you. I just hope that, I don't know, things are just looking up overall. You know, the last couple years been a little rough, and like most of you, I am ready to put those behind me. I have no idea what this year is going to bring, but I am hopeful. All right, so that's what I wish for all of you, a lot of hope. All right, you guys, let's get into the beauty favorites from this last week. I do have a little bit of a, I wouldn't even call it a meh product. It's more of like, I would love your guys' opinion on this product because maybe I'm not using it properly. I just haven't found a way to make it work for me yet. So I'll put that at the end. But let's talk about the things that I know that I was loving this week and was using very religiously. Let's start with the perfume. Oh my gosh, you guys, this tiny little bottle of gaudy goodness. I do not like this packaging at all. I am a big sucker for packaging. I didn't even bring the whole packaging in here because I threw the like white puffy cloud part away already. I was like, I don't have room for this on my perfume shelf. This is Ariana Grande Cloud. This was something that I actually mentioned in my favorite vanilla perfumes that I am currently loving. If you missed that video, I will link it down below. I know a lot of you were waiting for that, so if YouTube did not notify you, I'll put it in the description box down below, as well as with a link for everything that I'm going to show you guys here. But this cloud perfume is so wonderful, you guys. It's a little bit of a younger fragrance, I would say. It's sweet, it's very feminine, but it's also very pretty at the same time. Out of all of the Ariana Grande perfumes that I sniffed out at Ulta, this was definitely the one that I think was the prettiest and definitely the most appealing to me. It's just really beautiful. I actually picked this up because it is one of the top suggestions as a dupe for the Baccarat Rouge 540, which is gorgeous and amazing, and I love it. But unfortunately, that particular fragrance is not cruelty-free. So I've been looking for cruelty-free dupes. I am waiting for Dossier to come back with their version of it. It's currently sold out. I believe they call it Amberry saffron. I think that's what Dossier calls it, but I'm waiting for them to come back into stock with that. As soon as they do, I will purchase it. I'm trying to collect as many dupes as possible that are cruelty-free and then do a video. This one I think is similar to it. It's a little bit sweeter than the Baccarat Rouge 540, but it still has some of the same notes and some of the same like vibes, I guess you could say. It's just really, really pretty. If you were ever in Ulta and you have walked past this a million times because you're like, what is this bottle? You should smell it. It's actually quite delightful. It definitely is, it's a younger fragrance, like I said, but I do think it's very, very pretty. Stella loves it, so if that tells you anything. Okay, hair product for the week that I was really getting into. Now, I knew that I liked this before, but usually, so I was a teenager in the 90s, like I'm a total 90s girl, and I loved mousse in the 90s. When I was doing my hair, it was always mousse. One of my favorites was was it Vidal Sassoon? Yeah, it was the Vidal Sassoon mousse. Oh gosh, it smelled so good. It had like this candied apple fragrance to it. I kind of miss that. Which is Vidal Sassoon still around? I'm sure it's probably somewhere on Amazon, but oh man, I love that stuff. Anyway, so normally I still go to mousse because it gives me the most body, the most volume, touchable volume for my fine, thin hair. I do have a fair amount of fine, thin hair, but it needs product to look substantial in any kind of way. This is the Color Wow Dream Cocktail Carb Infused for fine, thin hair. This is supposed to instantly add mass and volume. So I've been using that this week in place of mousse. I do still use it with a volumizing spray. I'm using the Way volumizing spray, which I really love. I'm actually almost out of that. That's fabulous too, by the way. If you've never tried it, that's really, really good. But this is wonderful. I like that it's interesting because it's almost like a gel texture, like a really watery, runny gel texture. I used just about 3 pumps of this, and I work it mostly from the roots down to like the mid ends, somewhere around here. And it really does add some really nice touchable volume to my hair. It doesn't leave my hair feeling crunchy or dry the way a lot of gels have in the past. It just really does a good job of making my hair feel a lot more substantial, a lot thicker. I really love this stuff. It smells pretty good too, which is a bonus. I really love Color Wow. This is a fantastic brand. If you've never checked them out, they're available at Sephora now. And they have quite a number of wonderful products, but this one here will definitely be a repurchase for me, no doubt. Let's do a couple of skincare items. Okay, this past week, I started getting back into my Kate Somerville Exfoliate. I shared a video on Monday. I partnered with Drugstore, and they gave me a 20% discount code to be able to use on their website. Well, you can use it on their website. It's not an affiliate code, so I don't make anything if you use it, just so you know. But they gave me a 20% off code that you can use on any of the Kate Somerville stuff, and then they sent me a few Kate Somerville products that I'm going to be incorporating starting here in, well, tomorrow is January. I usually, at the start of the year, I try to kind of refine my skincare a little bit, change my routine up. I like to change my routine up every couple of months just because I feel like my skin does best with that. I know there are some people whose skin just responds to using the same thing like day after day after day after day. I find my skin kind of gets used to things and then I kind of plateau. And as soon as I switch it up, I start making a little bit more progress, or I just start noticing like a fresher look to my skin. So anyway, I love this Kate Somerville Exfoliate treatment. However, this is not going to be for everybody. I do believe she actually has a gentle version now. And if you have tried this in the past and you have had that like tingling sensation and you don't love that feeling, I've never tried the gentle, but I feel like that might be worth checking out if you tend to be a little bit more sensitive. This has just a bunch of different enzymes in here. I believe there is definitely pumpkin, I think papaya. I didn't keep the box, sorry, and I did not memorize the ingredients, but I'll be linking this down below, like I said, along with the 20% discount code. So if there's anything that you want to pick up from Kate Somerville, it'll work on that. But this does such a good job of just providing a nice weekly exfoliation. I only use this once a week. They tell you that you can use it once or twice a week. For me, even twice a week is not necessary at all. So once a week, I use it in the shower. I really work it into my skin at the beginning of my shower and then leave it on while I wash my hair, do shaving legs, all that other stuff. And then at the end of the shower, I rinse it off. You're supposed to leave it on for about 2 minutes, but for me, I find leaving it on a little bit longer is just fine. And I don't know, I just do. Works for me. But if you're just starting out with it, I would follow the directions very carefully until you kind of get used to using it. But it just leaves like a really fresh, clean slate to my skin. And that exfoliation is, I feel like it's pretty gentle, but there is a tingling sensation. So if you do not like that, I would not try this product because it's probably not going to be to your liking. But anyway, I love that. I've used it for a number of years off and on, and I think it's fantastic. If you've never tried it, I think it's worth a try if you've been curious about it. All right, other skin things. So I am still trying to kind of use a lot of my like backup skincare items that I am just about done with. And one of the ones that I grabbed out recently was the Dr. Dennis Gross C+ Collagen Brighten and Firm Vitamin C serum. So I just had it in this little size here. I was trying to remember when I got this. I think it was the year before last in a Dr. Dennis Gross like holiday kit of some kind. I really like this vitamin C serum. This is definitely one that I can use in the morning because it absorbs very quickly. It really does provide a beautiful glow to my skin. So I used it this morning and it just worked really well with my morning skincare routine. It doesn't interfere with my makeup at all. Sometimes certain serums are a little bit heavier and I can only use them at night. I always appreciate finding a serum that I can use in the morning time. Because of my oily skin, I do have to be a little bit more careful, but this one is wonderful. It not only hydrates my skin a little bit, but it does really provide that brightening glow. And yeah, I really like this. I don't know that I'll purchase the full size because I'm testing out a couple of other vitamin C products right now, some new vitamin C products. Vitamin C works great for my skin, but I do understand there are some people that don't see any benefits from it. So if you're someone who just hates vitamin C because it doesn't do anything for you, don't bother with this. You're probably not going to like it anyway. So, but for me, I am kind of a fan of, I am a fan of vitamin C and I've been using it for a long time. I do think that for me, it helps to fade discoloration if I have a breakout, which for me luckily is rare, but if I have any discoloration on my face, it really does tend to do a good job of brightening those spots up very quickly, much faster than if I was just using a lot of my like other skincare. So I see a difference for me. This one's fantastic. I do think that if at some point I run out of all of the vitamin C, I would definitely consider repurchasing this because I do really like the texture of it. This is both face and body for me. You guys, the Biossance 100% Squalane Oil, I haven't mentioned it in a while, but I am still regularly using this, especially during the winter months. In the evening, I like to use this at the very end of my skincare routine to sort of seal everything in. But I also love this particular squalane oil on my body. A little bit goes a long way. I like to use one pump in the morning after I put on either my eczema honey body cream, my eczema cream that I've been using. I am dealing with a little bit of an eczema issue right now because I've been sick, and when my immune system tanks, that is definitely when my eczema is like, woohoo, perfect opportunity for us to shine. I mostly get the eczema patches on my upper arm area here. So I've been using that squalane oil along with the eczema honey cream just to really soothe and hydrate my upper arms. The eczema can definitely make things look very dry and angry and red. And I do think that the squalane oil in conjunction with that eczema honey really helps to soothe things. Plus the squalane oil is just a great hydrator for my skin. I like to use it right after getting out of the shower. Definitely apply your moisturizers after you get out, before you even really dry much of the water off your skin. I think it helps to seal everything in, and it really helps your skin be a lot more hydrated and moisturized. And with having the heat on in the house and that, like, between that and going out into the cold, my skin is just like, what is happening? So dry, so tight. So, but doing that routine of like putting the lotions and all that oils on right after the shower has really, really made a difference. So look into that if you haven't been doing it. Okay, a little bit of makeup, and then we'll talk about my, like, what am I doing wrong with this product? Okay, this was blush, just really quickly. My blush for the week was the Lorac, what are they calling these? I don't remember what these are called. They're from Lorac, which I don't hear anything about anymore, but I think this is still a great brand. Obviously they haven't been super innovative as of late, but you can still find this brand at Ulta. This is her blush in the shade Aura. This is a really nice, just mauve, and I've really been loving that this week. Big fan. It's matte. It works well with my oily skin. It doesn't fade or like melt off my face. The color really does tend to stay put throughout the entirety of the day, and that is important when you have oily skin. And then for eyeshadows this week, you guys, I was kind of getting bored of the same eyeshadow palettes that I've been using for months now. Still haven't changed out my makeup, but I have a goal of doing that this weekend. Really do want a fresh start for the new year, so I'm gonna be doing a serious cleaning in this room. I need to dust, I need to wash makeup brushes, I need to wash sponges, need to wipe off my table, do some dusting, all that stuff. But I decided to get into some of my drugstore eyeshadows, which I haven't used a ton of lately. I was using my beloved Wet n Wild Brulee, which I love to use to set my eyeshadow primer. You can see this one is, I'm actually kind of struggling to get to the product at this point. What I may do is just retire this one and head over to Walgreens or wherever the Wet n Wild products are sold and pick up another Brulee. This is fantastic. If you don't have this, you totally should. It's wonderful for setting eyeshadow primer. I've also been using Nutty on my lid. Nutty is another shade. I already have a backup of this one, but this one is still very much usable, but you can see the pan on that. So I really love this shade. And these are like 99 cents, you guys. These are still great eyeshadows. Now, I know they've been repackaged now. This is obviously the very old packaging here. So I don't know if the formula has changed. If you have purchased these recently, let me know down below if you think the formula has changed at all. On my lid, I've also been wearing this NYX Girl Talk Prismatic eyeshadow. This is obviously just a single. This is just a really nice champagne shade, and this is great for the lid. This is very pretty, and obviously NYX is super affordable. I don't know if these are still being made. I bought this a couple years ago, but I really do like this eyeshadow, so I'm gonna be using that a little bit more coming up here. And then this is a Catrice eyeshadow. I think I actually purchased this in Germany when Craig and I went a few years ago. It's the Catrice shade in, it's the Absolute Eye color, and I like to mauve it. This is gorgeous, you guys. This is sort of it's very similar to Nutty. It's like a lighter version of Satin Taupe from MAC. This is absolutely beautiful. I also just love this kind of swept across the lid. Very, very pretty. If you're in Germany, I don't think I have a ton of viewers in Germany, but if this is still available, maybe you can order this online too. I don't know. I'll see if I can find it, but dang, super cheap. It's Catrice, so it's like super affordable. I don't remember what I paid in Germany, but I think I found it there was a drugstore in Nuremberg. We were in Nuremberg and looking at some of the museums there and stuff, and I was like, oh God, I have to hit up not a grocery store, but a drugstore. And yeah, bought a couple of these. They're fabulous. Okay, all right, let's talk about this. So I am running low on my Tripolar what does Tripolar call this? Preparation gel. This is for my radio frequency and EMS device from Tripolar, the Stop VX, which I will be doing an update on hopefully next week. So I'm almost out of this. It's very messy in this format, and I don't think that they put it in this jar format anymore anyway, but I'm running low on the gel, which you need in order to use the device. You do not use a EMS or radio frequency device without a conductivity gel of some kind. This one is very thick, which works great with the Stop VX. But I wanted to see if I could get something in different packaging and something that was much larger. And so I decided to order this from Ulta. This is the New Face Hydrating Aqua Gel. They call this their microcurrent activator. So this guy right here. And apparently this is supposed to be really hydrating, and I think they tell you to actually rub this into your skin after you're done. Directions: smooth aqua gel onto clean skin in sections before using your, it's New Face, obviously it's for the New Face, but I figured it would also work for my Tripolar Stop VX, but I don't know that it does. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. May be used alone to cushion skin with lightweight hydration. Yeah, so you can actually just use this on its own to just rub it into your skin, which I'll keep it no matter what. But what I have found is that using this, I feel like especially the radio frequency is fine. That's not uncomfortable at all for me. It's a nice warming, pleasant warming sensation. But the EMS, which is a much deeper, EMS is basically like microcurrent, but EMS goes a little bit deeper. And I'm kind of feeling some discomfort when using the EMS on my Tripolar that I really don't necessarily feel when I'm using their preparation gel. So I'm wondering, if you have the Tripolar, are you using the Tripolar gel? Have you tried a different conductivity product like this? I'm just looking for a little bit of advice because I'm wondering if maybe this is better for microcurrent and not EMS. Like I do think that both microcurrent and EMS can be uncomfortable. I just never have had much of a reaction to the EMS when using this particular gel. I should probably just go and buy this, but I really loved the packaging of this. I love the size of this, and quite frankly, it was a little bit more affordable. So I was trying to save a few bucks and get more for my money. I just don't think it's working out. So, is this just not meant to be? Like, should I not be using this with EMS? If you're a little bit more well-versed in this, like, I've definitely used these devices for quite some time, but I've always just used the products that have come with them, or like the brand that is associated with, you know, the product that I'm using. So I've never tried to like use something different, and I feel like I kind of maybe picked the wrong thing. Any advice? Do you have any advice is what I'm asking you. I think what I may do is also send a message over to Pen and ask her. I can't remember if she has used this or not, but anyway, let me know if you have a Tripolar Stop VX and what your go-to gel, or yeah, I mean, these are both gels. Just one is much thicker, like significantly thicker and gooier. This is, here, I'll show you. This has more of like, it's a gel, but it's thinner. It's much thinner, and it is really nice and hydrating. Actually, I'm gonna use this as my hand lotion right now. But yeah, let me know if you have any feedback on that. Sorry, I wish I had better wording for what I'm trying to say here, but it just feels like the EMS stings a lot more when using the New Face gel versus using the Tripolar gel. So am I just gonna have to bite the bullet and get the Tripolar? I feel like probably, because I am not, it's really uncomfortable. Now with the radio frequency, this is just fine. Like I don't have an issue with that, but I think it's, yeah, I think it's probably not the best for EMS. So anyway, let me know down below. All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I'm just rubbing this stuff into my skin while I'm talking to you. Let me know if you have any questions. Definitely check out the description box down below if you want to know where to find any of these things. And I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's. I cannot wait for the next year. I definitely plan on sticking around here on YouTube. I don't have any plans of shutting that down, but I mean, who knows? Life comes at you really fast sometimes, right? So, but yeah, I have some fun plans for the channel this next year. I'm definitely going to be changing a few things. I try to make little changes here and there every single year to make things maybe easier to watch or just more informative. Pretty proud of myself for learning some basic editing this past year. You guys know how long I've been avoiding that, but I can do it now, so that's good. But yeah, anyway, just looking for some more personal growth. Let me know what your New Year's resolutions are or goals in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.